will tell me a little bit about, let me just say, how do you feel your luck is? Is it good? Is it bad? Hey, I'm wondering what you think about your luck, let's say, or your ability to create and manifest in your own life. You need to work on your patience, for sure. Yeah, that's a big one. It's good that you notice it. It's good that you recognize that, for sure, Share Bear. We'll talk a little bit about that, because it is hard to, wait for your beliefs or the things that you want. My name is Tamare Whitewolf. Hi. Who is user 31986 who sees me so much? That's great. I'm glad you're catching me. Hello, you're from Barrie, Ontario. What do? I do lots of things, my dear. I'm a psychic, a spiritualist, an ordained minister, a death doula, esoteric teacher. Do a lot of things. I've been doing this stuff for most of my adult life, actually. Well, welcome. Hi. You've been in my store? Awesome. I sold my store in Ontario to some dear friends of mine, and I moved out to BC. Did you know that? You're from Barrie. Good, I'm in Vancouver Island now. And you've had 2 readings from me. Good. Oh, Angie. Okay, good to hear. Thank you. From Peterborough. How do I prove I'm a psychic to people who don't believe in that? I don't know. I don't really need to do that. You either believe in me or you don't. You could Google me. You could go to my pages. I don't know. But I don't really feel like I need to prove myself. I think my 30 years in the business has kind of proved it. I suppose that's the best thing, the best way to prove something like that. Oh, in general. Well, I don't know. How about we talk about that another day? Today, we're going to talk about manifestation. And I suppose in some way that's kind of connected, because if you don't believe in your ability to pull in energy, your ability to create your own reality, then I guess you're going to just be getting a crapshoot, whatever flows on by. So I suppose it's kind of better to believe than to not believe, because then if you're believing in something instead of being willy-nilly and letting your life be all over the map. You're very stuck right now. How do I manifest what serves me best? Okay, we're going to talk about that. Oh, well, I'm glad. So you really need to manifest. It takes, hey folks, on Earth and Sky Connection, nice to see you all here. And I'm going to try to do my best to stick it out here with all of you. So here's what we're going to do first. We're not doing psychic readings right now, but what we will do is talk about manifestation. What we think we become. That's a straight up fact. What we think we become. So if you think that your life is, let's say you were born in a trailer park and you think that's all you're going to have, then that's all you're going to have. And I guess the big thing is to shifting that mentality so that you can actually get to a place of manifestation. It's a little bit of work. We're going to talk about that. Let's just wait a few more minutes while we're waiting for everyone to get on board, because it's really not supposed to start till 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock PST, wherever you are. We've still got a few more minutes, so we're just waiting on people to join. But in the meantime, I'll just make sure you understand what we're up to. I've been doing some free workshops on Mondays at this time for about a month and a bit now. Oh, thank you for those lovely, lovely gifts. Thank you. Actually, interestingly enough, I have... it's a lot easier for me to see people when they do that. So if you actually have something you want to talk to me about in terms of your life, in terms of how to manifest more of what you want, at the end of this, it'll be easy for me to go in here and help you with that. And if I didn't say it already, you'll figure it out by what I've said. Those are all excellent points. Excellent points, Danny. Excellent, excellent, excellent points. And sorry to hear, Savannah, that you're having such trouble. Sometimes the crap comes in waves, and it's coming to test us. And I'll tell you, I want to give you just a little lowdown about where I come from. Like that one person asked, who am I? I'm a lot of things. I'm a big whole person, meaning I've lived a life. A beautiful life, and I have manifested things that I don't think anyone ever expected. In fact, just a little heads up where I come from. I come from poverty, to be honest with you, and I don't live in poverty anymore, and I'll explain how that all happened. But I do come from poverty, come from abusive life with an abusive father who killed my baby sister in front of me when I was very young, but it is a memory that I actually hold. And hang on. Yeah, right. It's very difficult when you come from a lot of painful places. So coming from poverty, coming from abuse, you sort of come into yourself with this worthless energy, with this I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of all the things that I see other people have, and you don't even really know what you can't have until you see you're not on that street. And that street, look at all those beautiful cars and all those kids have awesome bikes, and look at their nice clothes. I had hand-me-downs most of my life, right? Hi, Alyssa. Yes, I would get on an alien ship. Oh yeah, I know. There's been so my whole point is not for sympathy, for goodness sakes, just so you know. I mean, I do appreciate the kindness, so thank you. But just to let you know that I really have come from poverty, and I really have come from extreme abuse and fearful lifestyle, and then it went from there to my mother was a single parent, and there was a lot attached to that. And then I was sexually abused later down in life. So there's all these things that compounded and compounded. I do have PST, but I didn't even realize I had that until a little while later in life. You would too, eh? Yeah, I didn't realize I had PTSD. And strangely, I don't think I realized it until 2016. And I'm not really sure why it took me so long to figure that out. But because I'm a well-functioning individual. Except at some point in my young life, I also became a drug addict. So, and I mean, I think that was me medicating or self-medicating myself to help me through the emotional trauma that was dragging ahead of me and on with me. And living through drug abuse and drug addiction, drug addiction is really tough because, first of all, I started doing the drugs to fit in, because with the people that I was hanging out with at the time, right? And they were all doing it. So then I did it. And then eventually I became addicted to it. And then eventually I became soothed by it. And it was hard to get off it because, it was what I needed to satisfy my soul at the time. So a lot of things will happen to people who have lived through trauma or traumatic experiences in life, and drug abuse is one of them. Addictions of all sorts, not just drugs, but I mean sex addiction, food addiction, power and control addictions. All of those things are all part and parcel to the train that trauma has. So how do you actually get out of that mindset when you're born to it? How do you get out of the mindset of thinking you're worthless because you were born in that energy? I mean, I don't believe me, the baby, was born to be worthless, but I was born in a situation that caused me to feel worthless, which I carried with me as I went. I'm not sure what that at Tamare is about, but I have a feeling you're trying to tell me something nice, so thank you. So anyways, let's get on. I think we're at 6 o'clock now. It's time to rock and roll. Let's get the party started. Hello, everyone. I'm Tamare Whitewolf, for those folks that don't know who I am. I am a psychic, a spiritualist, a medicine woman, a seer, an ordained minister, a death doula, an artist, a mother, a daughter. I have beautiful animals that I absolutely love. One of them is in the room with me, my beautiful shepherd. Hi, Cher, my girl. How are you? Hey, while you're here, if you see anybody being nasty, kick their butt for me, okay? Because you're a moderator now. Thank you. I am a hardworking woman. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm a hardworking woman. I am a very loyal friend. Although, as I've gotten older, my fuse has gotten shorter. And I used to love people a lot more than I do now. When I guess when I didn't know who they were, I really loved them. And as I got older, I realized how mean people could be. And I'm not a mean-spirited person. I have a short fuse sometimes, but I'm certainly not mean-spirited. And I did experience some really nasty folks over my lifetime. Yes, I am First Nation. Hey, Vinny, you know my boy. Yeah, I do readings, but this is not the time or place for it. But if you want to come and see what I do, you can meet up here Fridays. Okay, I do some free stuff on Fridays, same time. Or you can go to my website at tamarewhitewolf.com and book an appointment with me. I think I'm a pretty good person overall. I think, and my point is not to boost myself, but people asked here, who am I? What am I? Well, this is who I am. This is where I come from. And so what I have learned over the years is to live my truth, to live my authentic self. And it hasn't been easy, especially when people will look at you and think because you're different from them that you're not living authentically, that you're not living with your true being. But I am. And I guess I had to be really careful not to allow other people's view of that or view of me to interfere with where I was moving with this. Hey, Brittany. Hey, girl. So it was hard to, sort of shut down this mindset and come to this realization that what you thought of me was none of my business. And truly, that takes some work. But I did that. And I got to this point where I didn't care as much about what people thought of me. Otherwise, I would have opened up my store as a spiritualist. I never would have raised a sign that said I was a psychic. I wouldn't have done any of those things, right? Because you know what people think of that. And now I call myself a shaman witch as well. And what is that? That's another thing. What does that mean? People who are afraid of those kinds of things or don't believe in those kinds of things are going to have something to say about it. And I have to be careful not to let those people in my circle. So when we're talking about manifestation, you have to be really clear about who you want in your life, who you want around you. Because if you've got people that are putting you down, if you've got people around you that are saying nasty things to you or not supporting your beliefs or not supporting, where you're heading, then really I think you need to remove them from your space. I'm not saying that everybody has to believe in every single thing you do, but they do need to respect where you're at, and they do need to come to a kind place and supportive place in your choices, and be respectful to you. So when we are looking at manifestation, you have to remember something about that. What we actually think about ourselves, we will become. So when I was a little girl, I used to think, and now don't forget, I said that my little sister was killed by my father in front of me. So when I was a little girl, I remember thinking down the road that I could talk to her. At some point, I was talking to her. And, I think she was my first contact. I think she was my first guide. I think she was my first angel. And so I think of Lorianne in that way, that I think in some ways her death was to guide me, to support me, to love me. So, when we have someone that we love that dies, they don't just go away. And by the way, Cher, if you're still here, I know that the anniversary of your papa leaving is here. And, this is a time when you can reach out and speak very, very much to those that have passed and ask them for your support, their support in any way that you want. And you said you're going through some trouble, my love. And I know that he will help you. So this is a good time to ask your loved ones to support and help you in whatever journey you're working with right now, right? So the first thing is what we think we become. So I used to think that I was spiritually able to speak to ghosts, and I was in the end. I used to think that I used to create these really cool little play areas outside our little area. Thank you. Oh, Miss, I don't know who that is, Fargo. Thank you, though, for that kindness. So anyways, I used to create this little thing. This is how you can manifest so good. We're going to get into it in more detail, but I want you to understand some things. So in the garbage area, there was all of these, everybody's empties. And back in the day when I was younger, nobody recycled. So all of the stuff that was recyclable, I would take out, strangely, and I would make these shelves, and I'd set them all up real nice, and then I would have a grocery store. And I was the owner of the grocery store. And I would invite all the children from the neighborhood. And, I am that kind of a person. I am very social and very easy to gather folks and to create comfortable places and sacred spaces for those folks to be around. I'm one of your nut sisters from Barrie. Thank you. Oh, Gregory Scott. Hey, buddy. How are you? The one nut sister. I don't know what happened to you on Facebook. Go look for me. I haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see you, Greg. Yes. Anyways, so where was I? Let me think. That's the one problem when you don't have someone in the room to remind you of what you were talking about. And you get distracted. I'm like, whoa, what's that? I do have ADHD. And so I can get a little distracted sometimes. Oh, okay, so I would create these really awesome opportunities for the whole neighborhood of children to come and hang out and play these things. But in my mind, grocery store, oh, I love you. Thank you. Yes, socialite, that's my nature. And so as I grew up, I created more and more and more things, yes, right? That actually, hey, Colleen, hi, girlfriend. So I created all these different opportunities as I grew up for folks to come together and to be in community, to join in. And then so down the road, don't I create the most beautiful life for myself? I opened up a store called Earth and Sky Connection, and then once I had that rock and rolling for 10 years, I opened up a festival thing called Pagan Fest, and I had 40 festivals of pagan theme, and I've had such a wonderful life. I really have, and it's because I created it from here, from my imagination, and I had no power to do such a thing except for it was in my heart and in my being. So in my being, if I believe that I am a socialite, for instance, if I believe I'm a community gatherer, if I believe I'm a psychic, a medium, a seer, and a spiritualist, then I must be, because I created it. I just want to see what this is. Leanne sent TikTok Universe to Toronto Lawyer. I don't know. Oh, those are advertisements. Oh, I see what they are now. Anyways, so the bottom line is, what I created in my life all happened with this awesome imagination. So it didn't matter that I came from abuse. It didn't matter. Now on one, thank you, and all these little wonderful taps that you make to the phone or to your screen gets all these beautiful hearts all popping up. Hey guys, nice to see all the folks here in the group. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so what you feel, you attract. What you feel. So I feel, yes, grow. I feel that I am worthy, that I am loving, that I am kind. I am that, I feel that, so I become that. I felt that I owned a grocery store, so I was a popular person and I was kind to everybody and I gave them things and they gave me so-called money, so I became wealthy. In my mind, I was 6 years old when I created that. But my mother and my family used to call me Queenie because I never realized how low on the totem pole I was. I didn't let that happen in my mind somehow along the line. Now, there were remnants of it that did follow me because the sexual abuse eventually did create some problems. And I'm still, to this very day, struggle with weight loss because of that. And so my new thing this year is to manifest, which is one of the reasons I decided to do the one on manifestation, is to help myself and to help you create and manifest exactly what we want. What I want is a healthier body. So how do I do that? Do I say, in 2022, this is the year that I'm going to lose weight? No, that is not how you say it. I'll explain in a minute, but that is not how. So what you imagine also helps you create. So I actually have to spend some time imagining my body when it was younger in a really good shape. I was a good swimmer, I was a good dancer, I was hot, and I know that I still got some looks, don't get me wrong, but, when I was in my 30s, boy, was I ever a good looker. And I had a great body on me, but I never thought my body was great, and that's because I had all of these problems with sexual abuse in my life. And so I cursed my body. I told my body it was no good, and I still hold some of the remnants of that in the back of my mind. So how are we going to get from this place to that place? It's not so easy. It's not so easy, but there are ways to do it. So one of the things that we can do right now is a new moon. Okay, so we're dealing with the new moon energy right now, and I thought this is also a really good time to thank you for all the likes. And you might want to go up to that top of the page and follow me for more. Okay. So one of the things that you want to do is, with the new moon in the position that we're in right now, new moons are all about intention and putting intention out. So this is an absolutely perfect time to create what it is you want. So one of the things that you might want to do is write it down. So I'm going to ask you now to write down in the comments what you want to create. And I want you to say it in a way that it is in present tense. Present tense. So you don't want to say, next year I want to do this. Instead you want to say, I want this. I am this. You want to go in that direction. Yesterday it started, I believe. Very good. Yes, that's good. That's a good way to look at it. The new moon is right now. So you want to kind of look at that, okay? So you want to write down what it is you want. You want to write it down. I am finding my ambition is not correct. I am ambitious is how you want to say it. So write that down. I am ambitious. That's how you say that. You don't say I am finding, because that's future tense, right? You want to speak in the front, in the now, right now. I am ambitious. In the now, I am ambitious. Right now. That's it, girl. That's it. You want to say it like that. I am loved. Absolutely. Those are the ways to do it. I want to be healthy in all ways possible isn't right, honey. No. Colleen, you want to say it this way. I am healthy in all ways. I am healthy in all ways. I am at peace. Exactly. I am a powerful healer. Perfect. I have a healthy body that feels safe and secure. Wonderful. That's the way to do it. How specific? Very specific. I want my homestead. No, no, no. That is future. I have a homestead. I create abundant business. I have abundant business. I am a creator of abundant business. I am in the present. I have a healthy body that feels safe. Very good. That is the way to do it. So you want to go in that direction, okay? So you actually need it to be in the present. I am. A now statement. A now statement. The brain does not understand it. Just like a child doesn't understand, what's 15 minutes from now. They don't understand 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And, a little child is like, is it 15 minutes yet? I am a wife to a loving, caring man. Awesome. That's exactly how you do it. Perfect, Jackie. That is very, 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 very good. Exactly, exactly. I am confident. I love it. That's the way. Keep writing them down, folks. I see you've got at least 25 people on this page and 18 people over there. I want to see all of you write something down. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to write something down. You write it down. I am mentally well and will obtain the position I want to work in. I am lovable, very good. I have a homestead. I have abundant business, good. I am a healer, good. I am worthy. I'm a great mom, awesome. Keep going. Come on, I got more people on there. I want to see more, much more written down. Here's the thing I don't like. Sorry, honey. Sherry, you need to fix that. I am mentally well, yes. I have the work I want. That's how you say it. Not I will. I will is future tense. You do not want I will. I am. I am a bestseller mental health author. Awesome. I love that one. I want to add, I am worthy of love. Very good. Keep writing it down. Don't be shy. Just write it down. What is it you want? I am a happy person and have a loving home. Good. I am very good. Keep writing them down, folks. Keep writing them down because you can have as much as you want, as much as you need. You can have it. My body is healthy. I am enough. I am strong and agile. I am happy. I am healed from trauma I experienced. Okay, no. That's good and specific, but you've also added negativity and you've pulled in the past. So you don't want to do that. No past, no future. It has to be now. I am blessed with much love. Absolutely. I am worthy of true love. Absolutely. So with Jackie, how I want you to say that is this. I am healed. All my experiences have merged with my healed being. That's a better way to put it, honey. Okay? Okay. So write it out loud. Write it down. Write it down. Put it out there. How do you say I have a partner? You say it as if you have a partner. I have a loving, caring partner. That's what I want. I have a loving, caring, I'm going to add sexy, partner. Okay? I have heard that writing it in red ink adds power. Exactly. So those are things that, there's lots of ways out there. Absolutely. In fact, a vision board is another thing. If you really want a certain kind of partner, you want a certain kind of house, you want a certain kind of job, you can go and in fact, one of my friends, Rhonda, was asking for magazines the other day, and I thought that's funny because I was thinking the same thing. You can't even find any magazines anymore because everything's digital. But anyway, got to find some magazines, cut out the pictures of things that you want, make yourself a vision board, put it on the wall. One of my dearest friends, I am living my best timeline. Very nice, Dawn. One of my best friends, she is one of the best manifestationers I've ever met in my whole life. And she really took it to the max. She found the guy she wanted, a Pinterest board. Very good idea. See, there it is. There's your vision board right there, Pinterest. Love that idea. Awesome. Thank you, Sunshine. That was a very good idea. Sunshine Andreas. Do I know you? Scrapbooking magazine, very good idea. Vision board apps too, I didn't know that. Fantastic, exactly. So one of the things that I'd like you to do to set, now this is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but if you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, share, or if you can send me some, is that Andreas? You know who I mean, who I know. Do I know you, Andreas? Ah. Okay. Sunshine and Aries, got it. Okay. Sorry, where was I? Jesus, I get distracted so easy. Oh boy. I will meet my elder next week. I will meet my elder next week. No, that is past. That's future tense. If you want to meet an elder, you want to say, I am sitting with my elder weekly. I am learning from my elder constantly. I am loving my elder. I am comfortable with my elder. That type of thing. Rhonda manifesting well. Oh, thank you. No, it was actually Victoria. Victoria is, Rhonda's doing the magazine thing. Thank you, Lise. But my girlfriend has manifested so many things in her life, and she's probably the best manifester I've ever met in my life. I am loving my elder, very good. I'm receiving all love and light, exactly. So anyways, I was getting to the cheesy part is there's a gift section here in TikTok. So I want you to be thinking about your message, what it is you want. Really think about it, whatever they are. And send the universe a gift through me on here. I know it sounds cheesy, but I'm serious. And you can do it on Facebook too by sending hearts and that type of thing, okay? Hearts, love, any kind of, send the love out, send the vibe out, send it out to the universe and expect it to come back. Okay, so now with the new moon, we're writing it all down. You want to read it out loud. If there's someone there that can hear you, you want to say it out loud. That's why I was saying it out loud. Say it out loud. Doesn't matter if you or have anyone in the room that can hear it, but the universe hears you, okay? And be grateful. I am so grateful for all the gifts that have been given to me in my life. One of the things I want to tell you is from poverty, I ended up opening up this amazing store, and everybody laughed at me. Hi, Michelle. Everybody laughed at me for wanting to open up this really cool spiritual store. And then I also got laughed at or my mother was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to manifest or create or save or keep property that I bought. And in the end, I bought property, opened my store, did it all on a shoestring, on nothing but hard work, blood, sweat, tears. And I did it. And because I believed in myself, because I believed. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, right? Yeah. I got a whole new thing going out here in BC now. Anyways, so I didn't believe in what other people thought. Even my own mother wasn't sure that I could manifest and create what I did, and I did. And I went from living in poverty with my son to owning a beautiful store that was worth a lot of money in the end, and a beautiful property that ended up getting me more than $1 million. And then I moved here. So one of the things I did was I wrote myself a check. I literally wrote myself a check, and I put it in my altar underneath my, in fact, it might even, do I have it here? I may have it. I do have it here. No, I don't have it here. What did I do with it? Oh no, it's ruined somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, I know where it is. It's in my psychic reading room, actually. Yeah, it is gorgeous property. And I, got really lucky with. Yes, I feel that I am a strong, empowered woman. Thank you. I am that. But I didn't just, do it. I did it because I had faith in the universe returning to me what it is I needed and wanted. I didn't want to stay where I was. And so I pushed away the negativity as far away as I could. And I embarked on new realities, new beginnings, new people, new ways of living. And I didn't let anything stop me. That's what you got to do. That's how you got to do it. Okay? That's what you got to do. Give thanks to the universe. Give thanks to your deities. Give thanks to your gods, your creator, your spiritual, your whoever it is, your sister, if your sister's the one helping you. But make sure you do it. They told me I couldn't have a child. No child. That's what they told me. Yes, I am grateful too. Yes, be grateful. They told me I couldn't have a child, and I kept dreaming that I was going to have a blonde, blue-eyed boy, and I do. I have a blonde, blue-eyed boy. And that was a year and a half. It took, I was 22 when they told me I couldn't have kids, and I had him when I was 33. No, 32. Sorry, 32. So 10 years later. So what's that? Somebody said in here earlier, I have trouble with patience. Yeah, well, it does require you to be patient. Thank you. It does require you to be patient. And in the end, I want to say something too, like money is not an absolute sign of success. Although it did help my life because I went from poverty to not being impoverished. And it made me feel better not to live in poverty. But apparently I still, you wouldn't know that I've had any money. Here, and I'll show you an example. My mother laughs at me because I still have things with holes in it. And I think that's a humility thing. I think that's a living in humility, right? I don't know if my people on my Earth and Sky see, I got holes in my shirt. And I got holes in my pants. Most of my pants got a little hole in it because of my dogs or my cats or something. But you know what? It's not, to me, that isn't a sign of wealth. To me, it isn't. But to other people, it may be. A sign of wealth is a whole different ballgame. It has to do with inside and, do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? Do you feel loved by the universe? Do you feel honored by the universe? Because, if you're walking around with stinky thinking is going to get you into trouble. The worn-in ones are the most comfortable, aren't they? I've had this shirt, which is also here, I noticed. It's everywhere. I don't know. This is the way I am. Anyways, so we create our own realities, bottom line. And yes, some of us come into this universe with hell. And how do you get out of hell? Well, you have to have a belief system somewhere inside you that you deserve more. I think you get to choose the learn button. Yeah, I put that in my in one of my things there. I don't know how I did that. Actually, half the time I've done something, I'm not quite sure how I did it. Thank you. But I think it's a category thing that you can pick. Okay. Thank you, Z. Appreciate that. Okay, and we do create our own realities, but there's a lot of people that are going to question that and going to mock me on that one. And the reason for it is a lot of people were born into hellish lives, and they never got out. And that's a shame. That's a shame. And I can't answer to you about every single person, but I can say this, that it takes a hell of a lot to pull yourself out of a hole when you are born to it. It takes a lot. I know a lot of people who were born to extreme poverty. Like in Toronto, there's an area, there's a couple areas that, where a lot of people in high-rise low-income environments, and they just never got a break that they needed to come out of it, and many of them ended up in crime, abuse, sexual jobs, and drug addictions, so many things like that. And they didn't born or cursed. Is there a difference? Born or cursed? I don't understand that question. Cursed into. Well, I don't think so. I see where you're going. In my opinion, creator, whatever that is, spirit, universe, doesn't born a child to be cursed. But those around that person may live a life that is like that. It's very complicated, and that's a longer, yes, lots of lessons in that. And if we choose to live in this life, then what does that mean? Maybe we come here to learn something. Maybe we came here to develop an understanding of what it's like to be like this, or what it's like to live like that. I mean, honestly, I remember looking at, this is going to sound weird, but I remember looking at really fat people years ago and thinking, why are they so fat? Don't they care about themselves? What's going on? I remember thinking that, geez, I wish they would care and love themselves. I remember thinking that when I was younger. And I remember saying to myself, I wonder what it would be like to be that big, or, why would someone want to be that big? Why did they get that big? And then I ended up getting overweight. And so now I actually understand, and I have compassion for the person who is overweight. For me, I developed arthritic conditions that caused me to be unable to put out the same type of energy or effort that my body used to put out. So then I had to reduce my calorie intake to adjust to that. So experience is a big thing, and it is about our vibration, and we have to rise up. We have to raise that vibration to respond to what it is we really want in life, right? And intention is very important, to hold the intention. Patience is very important, to hold on to the patience, so that you give Creator or whoever the right to give it to you as you need it. So many of us have been waiting for relationships, or have been waiting for a house to live in, and so you're just getting no thank you. Life lessons, experiences. These things are all about learning. And I sort of think that as we chose to live in this life, and we go back, when we die and we go back home, so to speak, we go back with this bank of information to give to the larger bank, the cosmic bank, so to speak, to advance and continue evolving the knowing of the universe, right? So we create our own realities. There are four bodies that have to be working together for us to actually create the realities, which might explain why some people are unable to get from A to Z. One is they all have to be working together, so if they're not working together, it's going to be a little slower to get to that point, okay? So the first thing is our mental has to be with that. So we have to be conscious of what it is we want, constantly be thinking about what it is we want. The next is emotion. We have to emotionally experience it, feel it, know it, love it, be grateful for it, all of those types of things, right? Our physical body has to be working towards it. So, if you want your body to be strong, you can't be laying on the couch. You got to be walking. You got to be energetically putting that vibration out. Actually, I did manifest a specific person, but what I learned about that is by manifesting a specific person, you can sometimes get your wish and find out and wish you did not have that person, which was in my case. That person became a hellish individual in my life. So instead of wishing for a specific person, you wish for someone who has some of the characteristics of that person instead. And then if it's supposed to be that person will come, right? where was I? Oh, and the very last thing that has to be working together is your spiritual energy. Ask for the greatest good, yes. So, right? So you want to be asking, so your spiritual energy has to be vibing in that direction too. So let's suppose, I'm going to give you an example. Let's suppose my body is healthy, is the one I'm working on. So if my body is healthy, the first thing I want to do is I want to say it in my head constantly, my body is healthy, my body is healthy. So that I'm walking down the street, even if my body's hurting me, I say, my body is healthy, my body is healthy, my body is healthy. Keep saying that to myself. And then emotionally, I'm like, I'm happy my body is healthy. I am grateful that my body is healthy. Physically, I look at my body and I say, look at you, strong legs, awesome, you're doing a good job, knees, you're really helping me get from A to Z, okay? And then spiritually and energetically, I think and I be and I feel and I act as if, and it becomes so, okay? And spiritually, is also connected to putting the energy out there, like now during a new moon, putting out the intention of what it is I want, speaking to you about what I want, lighting a candle about the energy. So, you know, when you really want to create something, you want to sort of make a ritual of it, or make intention needs some physical thing. So that's why we write it down. That's why we do vision boards. That's why we talk about it and say it out loud. That's why we can burn it too. We can put a little scroll and burn it. I suggest, though, that in this case you wait until the new moon before you burn it. So instead you say it every day for the 2 weeks of the new moon, and you just keep on saying it and saying it. You can write these things down, put them on your fridge, put them in your bedroom, write them on your mirror in your bathroom so you see them. You can write them and fold them up and put them in little spots underneath your altar, underneath your bed, in your pillowcases. So many things. All you have to do is be creative. All you have to do is be okay with playing with the universe. Okay? So the first thing you want to do on this one, so you want everything going in the same direction, because if one thing's going that way, another thing's going that way. If you don't have the 4 dimensions of your being working together and going in the same direction, then you're going to have a push and pull, and you're not going to get that thing happening. And it certainly won't. It certainly will take an awful lot longer to happen. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is write down your desire. What is your desire? Define what it is you want. Write it down. Do not let the universe or anybody else tell you that you have limits, that you can't do this, or you won't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or don't be silly, you'll never become a millionaire. Oh my God, I was living in poverty, in the lowest amount of poverty that you can live in. I was living in it, and I'm not there now. So how did I do? And I did not have a partner to help me. I did it all by myself. So how did I do that? Because I believed. I just believed. And I'm not kidding. It's that simple. You just gotta believe. Okay? So write it down. Define what it is you want. Don't be afraid to ask for more than exactly limitlessness. That is exactly the point. You want to be limitlessness. I can't say that word. Limitless. How do you say that word? Limitless. Limitless. That's how you say it, yes. Right. So you want to say, I am capable. I am magical. I am strong. I am manifesting everything I've ever wanted. And if you get all these things working together, you will create that without even trying. And I'm not joking. You won't believe how easy things can come to you if you just shift the mindset. So once we set the intent, the second thing you want to do is visualize. So number 1 is desire, set the desire intention. Number 2 is visualizing or creating visualizing boards and things like that. Hey, Annie, yes, you know how I came out of that poverty into the place I'm in now, don't you? You watched it. Hey, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining. Okay, so number 3, the third thing you want to do is you want to, like I said, affirming, write it down, paint it. You can paint it too. Paint it, draw it, make a sculpture out of it, pretend it. I mean, I know people who actually pretend they are rich and become rich. I know this wonderful man who lives in Barrie. who I haven't seen in a long, long time now. And his name is Bob. And Bob is impoverished and has lived in an impoverished way. But every week, once a week, he puts on the most beautiful 3-piece suit. And he walks around with a briefcase and makes himself feel good. And this man is a joyous, loving being. Okay, and he is rich because this richness comes from his heart inside his being, and that's a blessing to be able to overcome what your physicality or what the world thinks or what your bank check thinks, about who you are. He didn't care, and he created a presence that put him in a position where he's an artist, so it put him in a position where his art started selling for crazy amounts of money. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. So, it's okay to switch it up. It's okay to, let's say, not deny who you are and not to pretend who you aren't. That's, we must be authentic, but it is okay to play with the universe. It's okay to say, hey, I've got this suit, why shouldn't I put it on? I mean, thank you very much for the love. I appreciate all that. That really helps. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mikey. Be open to receive. I'm getting to that. Very good, though. Yes. So, number 4 is after we've written it all down, after we've made it really clear to the universe what it is we want, the next thing is gratitude. Be grateful, even if it's not there. So you want to be grateful right now. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for a strong body. I am grateful for happiness. I am grateful that I have a loving, caring, sexy partner. I am grateful. I do private readings, yes. I have a website. You can look on my page or go to Tamare, Tamare, whitewolf.com. You can book an appointment with me there. But also, if you go to Facebook, I have 2 groups. One is Earth and Sky Connection, Tamara Whitewolf, and the other is Psychic Seer, Tamara Whitewolf. You can go there too, and then you can connect with me there. Okay, and yes, you'll be able to re-watch this, but it will have to be on my Earth and Sky Connection page on Facebook, because they don't let you to re-watch them here, okay? On TikTok, that is. So number 5 was gratitude, gratefulness, and to show it, and to act it, and to be it. You don't want to be nitpicking. You don't want to be nagging the universe that you didn't get what you want either, right? And what I mean by that is, number 6 is sort of moves into that direction. Allow, be patient, be willing to be patient, and to shift the mindset. Your now might not be the same now that Creator's got in mind. It might not be the same now. Yes, own it. I love it. Your energy has to be calm, has to be assured, has to know that Creator, the universe, will conspire for your betterment if you let it. I tell you, it's not just about conspiring to do nasty things. People say that stuff all the time. I've watched the universe conspire to make good my life. I've seen it happen. I wanted to move to British Columbia in 2005, and my son was against it, so I waited. Eventually, he was the one who told me he wanted to move here. Yeah, we're talking 15 years later, but it happened, and here I am. Believe it. It's already yours. You got it. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Harmony, for saying that. That's very nice of you. The first one was to get your desire clear. What do you want? The 5th one is gratitude. The 6th one is allow and be patient. The 7th is receive. Be willing to receive it. Be open. Have your arms open. Have your heart open. Know that it's coming. And be willing. And let go. Just simply let go at that point. Just let go. Okay? Because it will come. And celebrate as if it's already here. And it will come into being. It will. Okay? So that's the bottom line on that. That is how you manifest. And I promise you that if you get the four bodies, the four-dimensional bodies together, which one did you miss, honey? You want me to go through them quickly? I can do that for you. Let me go through them quickly. There's 7 stages that I'm talking about. 1 is desire. 2 is visualizing. 3 is affirming. 4 is applying. Oh, maybe I missed that one. I think I might have. Oh, I did. Good thing you asked me to go through it again. Let's try that again. I missed one. Applying. I missed number 4. Applying. Take action. Be inspired. Action. Yes, you have to take action. You have to act as if, and it will be. That is a very important factor. Geez, I'm so glad you asked me to go over that again. Okay, so here we'll go through them again. Desire, visualizing, affirming, applying, gratitude, allowing, and receiving. Make sense? Those are the 7 aspects that you need to do this, okay? And you need to do this in those 7 types of those 7 sequential orders, okay? Now, it is not one of the things that I like to do, or what I've always done, thank you, is I create my own vision boards with tarot cards. I don't know about you folks, but that's what I use. I use a tarot card, a manifestation, prayer, or blessing using the tarot cards. And I don't know, let me see if you could, some of you will not be able to see this, but others will. See there? Those are 3 cards, and those energies are going to come into my space because that's what I'm using. The swan, the medicine bag, and the Princess of Wands, or staffs. And then over here, of course, there's a swan feather right there. And so those things that you want to manifest can be created not just by vision boards, but also by things like tarot cards, and drawings, and poetry, and story writing, all of those things. Act as if, and it shall be. Okay? Anybody want to ask any questions? Anybody want to go in that direction? Be happy to answer any questions. Yes, I'm in BC. I'm in Nanaimo. Oh, if you want to send that message up to Creator, you want to burn that on the full moon. Oh, you're in Vancouver, Vancouver Island too? Linz, Marie? Yes, I do dream of people I've never met. It's kind of weird when you do that. But I think that might be some sort of weird way to dream that into. You're in Nanaimo, right on. So am I. I'm in South Wellington area. Like I said, I have a website. Michelle, is that ever the truth? I see it. I feel it, actually. I feel that BC is good for me. I do. I feel that not working so much is good for me. Westwood. Oh, yeah. Up near the water. I love that lake there. I went there a few times. I love Westwood Lake. Well, I'm new here. I do have a website. You could go to tamarewhitewolf.com. Or you can go to my Facebook page and find me as well. We could chat it up. Lady from Nanaimo, Linz Marie, New Brunswick, Mississauga. Who else is here? Where are you guys all from? I know I have a lot of... what did I say to Jackie? Let me see here. Barrie, Montreal, Sudbury, yeah. New Brunswick, Oakville, Port Dover, Ontario, nice. Penetanguishene, Ontario, that's Bonita. Charleston Lake, Kingston. Right on. Ah, yes. Appalachian Mountains. I know some awesome musicians out there. Do you know Tuatha Dea? Tuatha Dea? Do you know them? Fantastic people. Or SJ, she's also, anybody from Brampton. You're in Midland, now in Vaughan, Sutton, right on. Are you still in Sutton, eh, Brittany? How are the Appalachian Mountains? I know you guys had a big fire out there for a while. How are they now? Did they recover? I mean, I guess it's going to take a few years for that recovery, eh? Jordan, not Jordan. Yango. You're from the Appalachian Mountains, from Virginia too? Well, I didn't know that. Yes, my son is. Actually, we moved out here together. I'm glad to hear it's getting better. My son actually lives here with me, Jordan. We bought a property with 2 houses on it. I gave him the big one, hoping that he'll put some kids in it. And it can be a grandma. I live in a little cabin. Well, not too little, but I'm with my mama. I'll be caring for her now. Jezebel, we're not doing psychic readings right now, but I don't get a good feeling about your dad, just so you know. I'm sorry to tell you that. Sometimes it's easier to go home than to stick it out here. You know, one of the things I'd like to say about manifesting is, especially with this COVID thing, let's manifest that the Omicron is actually the beginning of the end, and that as it comes in, it may get a lot of people, but it's a weaker form, and everyone gets their antibodies, and eventually the whole thing goes away. And I think it's really important that we take that extra step in manifesting the end of COVID. That is important. So I am doing that. I am saying to myself, this is the end. It's coming. It's going to be soon over. We are adapting, yes. Yeah. He is a good young man, my son. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, he's a really good person. And, you know, of course he is. I raised him with a whole lot of love. Right, Colleen? We need an end. But I do think that I'll be honest with you, I have been manifesting, I've dreamt it, and I'm manifesting a revolution where we force the government back into their place and we people become the leaders of ourselves, leading our own again. Because I can tell you with this government, the way the governments are working right now, they are getting just a little bit too comfortable telling us what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And I personally, being the rebel that I am, I'm not very comfortable with it at all. In fact, it backs me out. I've been in a position recently where I would rather not have community than be in it, than have to do all these things to my body because the government says that's what I have to do if I want to be in community. So I'm using TikTok to get my community happening again, and using Facebook Lives to get busy in my community again. So let's manifest that our governments put their sorry asses back in their seats and let us tell them what to do since we put them in there. I'm not comfortable with it either, Jackie. It's crazy, some of the things that they're expecting. And it's crazy that there's a lot of crazy going on. And the point is, though, there's so many things that are crazy going on. It's not just one thing. That's why I believe there's going to be a revolution, and that is why I believe that is going to fix some of the problems that we're experiencing with our government being too involved in our lives, in our day-to-days. So let's put that out there, that COVID's coming to an end. Bam! COVID is ended. COVID is gone. Omicron has ended COVID. Revolution is happening. Change is happening now. Change is happening now. COVID is gone now. You understand what I mean? Well, this is what we all got to do. We got to work together to pull ourselves back up and out. So when we're manifesting, it's not just about ourselves, it's about the whole, right? So I just got to say that's where we're going. We got to be thinking about everybody, because it is one. We are one. We are a human race. What happens to you happens to me. It's that simple, really. That's right. That's right. That's right, Jackie. That's right, Colleen. That's right, Rhonda. Better way of living for all. How do you align because you have to act as if, and it will be. So you literally have to, it's almost like fake it till you make it, okay? But it's a little bit different because you're visualizing that it's going to happen. So if you're visualizing it, then it can happen. Whatever you visualize, the universe is going to respond to. So if you visualize nasty things, if you visualize negativity, if you're always stinky thinking, that's what you're going to get back. So you actually have to put and that's what I was saying earlier, it doesn't matter if it doesn't seem that it's possible, because the universe will respond to what you believe. So if you believe it's possible, it is. If you believe it. I absolutely get where you're coming from, Taruzi. Absolutely. I have some knee problems right now. And what I said earlier is one of the reasons I wanted to work on manifestation is because I have some physical challenges that I need to work with. So I just said, I have physical challenges. So I'm going to continue to have physical challenges. So I need to stop saying that. What I need to say instead is, I have strong legs. I have strong knees. My legs take me confidently wherever I want to go. My legs are capable of long walks. My legs love long walks. It doesn't matter that it isn't true the second you say it, because the second after you say it, it becomes a possible reality. So you might as well just keep saying it so that it comes back at you, right? You understand? It can't come back at you if you don't put it out. It's like a vibrational energy, so whatever you put out will come back. It really is that simple. Rewrite them down, girlfriend. I didn't say it wasn't going to be a challenge, okay? But it is okay to act as if, because eventually it will be. It's really a true fact. That's how it works. Put it out to the universe. Let the universe conspire to get it for you. Right? You got it, Jackie? Thank you, everyone, for staying on with me. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm going to have to go. I'm only doing hour-long classes like this just for fun. And my regular classes all start up in March, so I'm going to do this until then. And I'll get back to you all next Monday for another class. And if you're looking for psychic sessions, mini psychic sessions, you can go to this page. my Psychic Seer Tamare White Wolf page on Facebook and TikTok. And we'll see you Friday. And I can do some psychic sessions for you then. Thank you, Anne. Love you guys too. Love you too, Annie. Love you, honey. Friday is my next reading. I'm glad you like it, Lise. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun, and I don't want to get too serious. I mean, these are mini classes, so I just try to keep it on the light and just one theme at a time, because there's a lot I could teach, and I could end up going in circles because there's so many things that I could share with you and love to share with you. But thank you all for coming. See you all next time. And if you want to review this, you can go to my Earth and Sky Connections page, and I'll post the video there. Have a good night. Lots of love. Happy New Year. And do me a favor, tap that screen before you go. Send me a whole bunch of love. Send me a bunch of love. See, I just tapped that screen. Send me some gifts. Send me some love. Thank you, because the more you do that, the more it is seen on Facebook and TikTok. More people come to our group. Take care, everyone. It was great to talk to you all. You're welcome. Bye now. Night. Night, everyone. Many blessings to you too. Take care.